All right, so welcome to. Oh, I need to change the session number because this is session 21 of our Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign. I'm Phil. I'm the GM. Steve.
I'm Steve. I play Dripper, a Kenku rogue.
Trish.
Hey, I'm Trish. I play Aramanthia. She's a Dragonborn monk.
Spencer.
In between the cat howls, I play Silasleet, a Yonti paladin.
Carissa.
Hi, I'm Carissa, and I play Heelzebub, who is a tiefling, warlock, healer, and cat lover.
Not pictured here is Catherine, who's running late, and she plays a bard named something. Hang on.
Okarist.
Okarist. Yes.
Yes. And today's snacks are brought to you by Bubbly or Michael Bublé, and we would be happy to be sponsored by either because we're currently not.
Yep.
And Lay's jalapeno cheddar potato chips, which we would also appreciate a sponsorship with. And nuts.
Trail mix.
Trail mix.
Kirkland could definitely sponsor us. We'd be very pleased with that.
Yes. Costco
Could you
sponsorship would
imagine?
be wonderful. Then we would also need cosmetic surgery sponsorship to deal with the weight we would gain from the quantity of snacks we would have. Anyhow, last time we got together was quite a while back. We had life stuff happening. But you guys were continuing your exploration of the Fortress of Sunblight. You came here because apparently this is where the big mechanical dragon that sort of came out of nowhere and attacked the town you were in. It's been a while and I've forgotten the name of the town. Dugan's Hole. You guys were in Dugan's Hole after finishing some adventures when a giant mechanical dragon sort of swooped in and started wrecking the place. And you guys handed it its butt. But you'd heard that in the mountains there were some Dirgar who were going to destroy 10 towns. So you headed there using a map that you had found. And have been exploring the fortress. You've had a couple of fights. And we finished off with you guys meeting Grundolfa, who is a guest at the Sunblight Fortress and has some Durgard who work for her, and she is interested in you guys shaking things up. She's planning on taking over if you guys manage to get rid of Zardok. Is it Zardok? Yeah,
Zardok.
Zardok Sunblight, who is the one who is the current sort of reigning monarch. And the fortress that you're in is filled with this sort of caustic smoke. And like the rest of the 10 towns, it is dark because it is constantly night. And Catherine will be joining us soon. Good stuff.
The only thing that I have that I can add is we came across something about Deep Dwera, the dark dwarven god of psionics warfare. There was a private shrine, and we also found found a scroll with a whole bunch of numbers on it. Right. 136-252-975-434-827. It goes on and on and on and on. I have them all written down. And we think it was something in corrupted Dwarven. Other than that, we asked for parley with Grandolpha, and she wants us to help her kill Zardoc. I
Yep.
think we were trying to decide how we could manage getting through without getting killed. By how her side would know that we were on her side and have them not attack us.
Right. And she had indicated to you that you'll generally be able to tell people that are on her side because the people who work for Zardoc will attack immediately on sight, and her people will generally tend to be more passive and let you guys through because they don't care about the safety of this fortress. Silasly is in the hallway and is looking into a shaft that seems to descend way down into the darkness and ascend super high into the air as well. At the bottom of the shaft, you can see sort of a glowing red light. You're not sure what that is, but that's what you see where you're standing, Silasly. There's a giant sort of shaft made of ice.
Glowing red light, hey?
Yeah, glowing red light at the bottom and just darkness towards the top.
Is it glowing as in like a steady, or is it like a heartbeat or something breathing?
It is flickering, but it is flickering at a rather steady rate, almost like a heartbeat.
Okay. I'll whisper that. Look behind me to who's right behind me here. I see names overlapping.
You've got
Who's this?
Tia.
1, 2, 3, 4 squares north of me.
I think it's Dripper.
Okay, yep. I make eye contact with Dripper and carefully enunciate in a quiet voice. There's something red and glowing. Point in the direction.
Yeah. Dripper, Heels, Tia, and Oakrist.
Okay, and where's the light down over here?
Down here by Silasly. He is.
Oh, you're in the hallway. Oh, okay.
You guys have explored over to the left here. You've explored everything that you could, with the exception of a elevator platform that goes up and down. That was over here. You have not currently explored this side.
Can we fit? We can't fit through these bars then, right? And he can see over there. Okay.
Yeah, you cannot fit through the bars currently, unless you have some type of way of making yourself smaller than a person.
I could fit my bird through there.
That's true.
Send Dave through there. Let him help us go and find out what that is. Are we going down or are we wanting to go up? Or do we think that where does Grandolpha think that what's his name would be?
I think she said down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we need to go down into the beating heart of this thing.
Yeah, Grandolpho says that he splits his time between 4 different places in the fortress, but all of those places are at the bottom level. The top level is mostly access to the shaft that's by this dining room.
Excellent. Okay. So I'm going to go out and I thank Grandolpha, and now I'm going to go and stand by, these people, and
Silasly
we'll
and
talk
Heels
about how we're going to go down. Yeah, exactly.
And Oakrist will follow.
It's hard when the names are all overlapping. It's like I don't know who I'm with, but the party.
There are some limitations to Roll20, and that's one of them when everybody's so close together. I think if you zoom in, it's better, but then it's harder to move the map around.
I had zoomed in. That was the worst thing because everything was big but still piled on top of each other. Because I read Thea Sill.
All right. So there's an elevator that you guys. Oh, and in the background, you guys are hearing almost like a boiling sound, and the constant clanking of chains.
Which direction is that coming from? This way?
From both in front of you and behind you.
Okay. Should I scout ahead, guys?
Yes. Can you send
Do
Dave?
that.
Okay, all right. So
Welcome, Eucharist.
I'm gonna sneak.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check. All right. And you're sneaking down the hall, and as you sneak down the hallway, you see that this hallway splits into three. There are large double doorways to the north, directly in front of you, and then also to the south.
So we can come up to the intersection then, I guess.
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, I wave them up.
Now, you had talked about potentially sending your owl up and down that shaft. Was that a thing you were doing? Did we just miss that?
No, not yet. Not yet. Let's stick together and then we'll explore. Are we heading off to?
I have all my papers all spread out all around me. Different reference materials.
Okay. Hi, Catherine.
Welcome.
Sorry, I was on the worship team this morning, so I desperately needed a nap and didn't see that we were starting earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, which way do we want to go? North, south?
I want this up.
Which
Well,
way do you guys
eventually we
figure?
have to go down. So if we can do a quick scout of the area that we're not going into, just so we know that there's nothing coming up behind us, that would be smart, and then we can go down.
Okay. I get to these double doors here and I press my ear up against the door. Can I?
How long
Do I hear anything?
How long are you waiting for?
Well, I want to be careful, so like a minute.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. Through the door, you hear nothing. No motion. There is still the clanking of chains around you and the caustic sort of smoke floating through the air. But as far as you can tell, on the other side of this door, there's no motion.
Okay. I have my knife out. I draw out my knife. I kind of look towards the others and I make a motion as if, well, actually, no, I just tell them that I'm going to be opening up the door because I can do it with telepathy.
Yep.
So everybody's way back over here. Is this where they all meant to be, or?
You let
I
them know they can
probably
come up.
moved up while you were listening.
Yeah, so go ahead and move yourselves up because he's let you know that you can come up there. He hasn't spotted anything dangerous.
Where do you mean by up?
Probably to the
To the
intersection.
east.
Is she still in the room?
No, she followed
No,
you
she's
guys.
in the
Okay.
hall.
Sil, are you
Okay,
going
all right,
along?
and I.
Okay, go ahead, Steve.
Okay, and I slowly creep the door open, looking inside,
All right.
as quietly as possible.
So you quietly open the door and you see a fairly spacious room that is dark, and it contains a plain stone bed, a stone trunk, And on the walls are 4 unlit braziers.
Okay, all right. I stay ready and I walk into the room.
Okay. So go ahead and step into the room. And the room
I'm
appears
gonna
Okay, I'm
follow
in
him.
here.
empty other than the stone chest, which is over here.
Okay, I'll check the chest.
Playing catch up.
Is it locked?
How are you checking that?
Can I check for traps? Or
Okay.
use thief skills?
Are you looking or are you examining with your hands?
Well, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it first,
Okay.
right?
As you look at it,
and make sure that there's no traps on it that's visible.
it doesn't appear to be trapped.
Okay, all right. Now I don't want to touch the friggin' thing. Because you're all like, how are you looking at it? What do you mean, how am I looking at it? It's a chest.
Give me
You know?
With my
Oh,
details.
Give me some.
Okay, all right. I check to see if it's locked.
All right. As you reach out and touch it, you find that your hand is adhered to the surface of it.
That can't be good.
Give me 2 seconds here.
Okay.
And give me 2 more seconds as I will ask you for initiative in a few seconds. What does this thing do? Your hand is adhered to the surface of it, and all of a sudden a part of the chest deforms and becomes this this almost like a tentacle, a pseudopod, and it whips towards you. Now this will have disadvantage because you have that cape. So, does a 10 hit you?
No. I have a 16 armor class.
All right. So this pseudopod whips at you, you duck out of the way, and now I will take initiative from people, please.
Well, that's a good start.
All right. Natural 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of you are there. All right. Dripper, your hand that you were reaching out to is adhered to the creature. You can you're considered grappled. And you can try and pull your hand away, but that'll be a check that takes your action, and you'll have disadvantage on that. Or you can leave your hand stuck to this thing and stay grappled.
Can I stab it?
Yep.
Right? Like
you have 2 hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna stab this bitch, man. You know?
Do it.
Do it. Man, all my sneak attack shit is broken again. Oh god.
Well, you won't
give me
have
half
sneak
a
attack
sec.
right now anyway, because there's nothing within 5 feet.
Yeah, but it's still I still have to fix it.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Beautiful. All right. Surprisingly, that actually does hit. So you flourish your dagger. How are you stabbing this box?
In a panic, actually, right? You know, because I was expecting something, but I wasn't expecting this. You know what I mean, right? So I'm just like just aggressively stabbing this thing, trying to get it off me.
Get off! Get off! All right. That's Dripper's turn. Heals.
As I'm witnessing this going, I was just about to say we should actually sit and perhaps maybe nap in here for an hour or so, but I guess it's going to be on hold. And then I wave my finger.
Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. Oh my god!
All right, now
See, you're the one that put that out there. You attracted this.
you have 2 beams now because you are level 6. So you can.
I know, but I'm laughing at him.
All right. So both beams fly across the room towards this creature, narrowly missing.
I cinch his hood.
Yeah. The mimic came nowhere close to getting you, Dripper, but those beams were awfully close. You have a feeling if you weren't already impossibly hard to hit, one of those might have got you. Tia.
Okay. I'm going to rush up and smack this thing a couple times.
Okay. All right. Your first strike with the glaive. Oh, that's the other thing. Dripper, your knife stuck to the creature when you hit it. Your first strike with the glaive deals serious damage, but you're unable to pull the glaive away.
All right, then I'm going to punch it. Or yeah.
You're gonna punch it? All right. Punch. You feel it give. You definitely did damage to it, but your hand is stuck to it.
That's okay. I got extra limbs.
Oh yeah, you can. I don't think the spiritual ones would stick. So Syl, you see that Dripper has a hand stuck. He's holding onto his knife. He doesn't seem to be able to get it off, and Tia's glaive is stuck, and one of her hands is stuck to this creature.
Okay, from there,
Come here. It's okay.
cautiously, I'm gonna cup a fart.
Yep. All right. That is a con save. And that is poison damage, right?
Not my best choice, but I don't want to stick my my warhammer to the box.
That did insane damage. It fails the save.
Yeah, I rolled 2 9s. Oh, fails to save. This is the part where I hope you don't say it doesn't look like it.
Nope. No, it takes. I was looking to see if it was acid damage. It takes the damage. You can see the corners of this thing that looked like a solid chest sort of slump a little bit. And
You're breaking up on us here.
oh no.
I heard it takes the damage, and
Okay, hang on.
You're good.
I unplugged my headset. Can you guys hear?
Can't now.
Okay.
100%.
All right. So the chest looks like it's starting to have difficulty holding its shape. It started drooping a little bit after that. And it is now the mimic's turn. The top of the chest pops open, and there are a bunch of weird teeth and saliva dripping, and it snaps towards. You know what? It's going to attack Tia because Tia did damage to it. So Tia, does a 21 hit you?
Yes.
All right. So you take 4 piercing damage and 7 acid damage as this thing sinks its teeth into you. Okarist.
People are stuck to it.
Yep.
So it's probably not a good idea for me to set it on fire.
Your call.
Well, I don't want to set people on fire, but I mean, like, I've been waiting to have this spell since I came up with the character. But since there are people currently attached to it, I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay. You fire a crossbow. Which hits.
That was terrible.
Dealing 2 points of damage. All right, Dripper. One hand is stuck to this creature. Your dagger of venom is stuck to this creature. What would you like to do?
I pull out my laser pistol and shoot it.
All right, with
Like Han Solo style, right? Like, fucking...
Yeah. From the hip. With disadvantage because you're close, please. So roll me another d20. All right, you blast a hole in the wall behind the chest.
I got a mine as a shot.
Yeah, the creature is unaffected, and it is Heel's turn.
Seeing everything get stuck to it, again. No.
All right, so you take your time and aim carefully. Your first blast sort of hits its center mass. The second blast, I'll have you describe.
Second blast, just right where it's opening, it hits it right on the kind of top of the mouth, and then it explodes and shatters into 1,000 little bits of globulous, gelatinous ooze.
And little spatters of this thing sort of splash all over you guys and stick to your outfits. It's gross, it's gory, but you are no longer...
There's bits of teeth everywhere.
Yeah. Weird teeth, little quivering pieces of flesh, but you have successfully destroyed the mimic. That's 90 experience each.
So as I was thinking, we should probably close this door and have a nap in here. What do you think? Just for a couple hours before we decide to get into anything more, aggressive.
I don't mind.
Excellent.
Okay.
Now, before I start mine, I have see some people are down. So let's start with, who is this? Is that
Me.
Tia?
That's Tia.
Yeah.
Right now, I see you as like a bright yellow Kenny. Something's weird with your icon.
Oh, she's inspired.
Oh, there's a yellow dot on there.
No, the picture is... Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, there's a yellow dot on there. Okay, get it. Here you go.
Which, if you guys
Take
are taking a long
9.
rest, she is no longer inspired.
Thank you.
And this is...
That's Okarist.
Okarist. Take 12.
Okarist?
Sí. Prego. And Sil?
Yeah, I'm only down 11.
There's 8.
Thank you.
Who else is really down? Dripper.
Are we taking a short or a long?
I get it back after a short.
I believe you guys
So
are
I
taking
wanted
a
to
short
use
rest.
them. Yes. Dripper? Casting Cure Wounds, there's 14 for you.
Nice.
And I'm going to use my Pearl and do the same thing again on Tia.
Pearl is once per day.
Yep, I haven't used that yet.
It won't come back.
This is the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. I have never used my Pearl to date, so Here we go.
Remember that it gives you a 3rd level slot back?
Yeah.
Boom. That's huge. 22?
Yeah. That was a waste. A really good roll for Tia. I should have filled you better than that. But there you go. There's 22.
All right. You guys bunker down for the evening, or not for the evening, for an hour. Over the course of the hour, not much changes. The air in here sucks. And you have a successful short rest. Feel free to roll hit dice if you'd like.
I'm going to roll 1.
Make sure that you take your bonus d6 from your cleric, or from your bard.
Excellent. So that adds me 15.
You said there were pillars and stuff in here as well?
There was a bed.
There's a bed, yep. No pillars. There are 4 unlit braziers.
Braziers, not pillars. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll look around the room while I'm waiting.
It is, this is someone's bedroom. It's fairly Spartan other than the braziers. You have a feeling if those were lit, that it would be fairly bright in here, and they would probably do something
Love
for the
heat.
constant sort of cold draftiness that is present throughout this fortress. So you have your short rest, which gives Okarist all of her bardic inspirations back and heals all of her spells and her healing pool.
Yep.
So as you guys finish your rest, what would you like to do?
All right. Does anybody else feel weak? Do they need anything, or are we all pretty revived?
I'm good. I think I'm only down 1 hit point. I think we should jet and head south.
Yeah.
Or sorry, maybe we hit that other double door to the right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So I'm assuming, Dripper, you head out in front of everybody and stealthily approach again?
Yep.
Okay. And as you sit at the door and listen, you hear nothing in... I'm assuming you hear nothing, no motion or anything from the other side of those doors.
Okay. All right, let's do the same thing. I draw my dagger and, slowly open up the door.
Okay. As you open up the door, you notice a dark room that contains a plain stone bed, a stone trunk, and 4 unlit braziers. But mounted on the walls of this room are heads of various creatures that you could find in the mountains and the subterranean depths.
Okay. I believe that we played this game before.
Can you send a thought towards it to see if it responds? Can you tell if it's got a brain?
I'm going to shoot it with my gun.
If I only had a brain.
I shoot it with my laser pistol.
Okay. You line up your shot carefully. I'm not even going to make you roll for it because it's a box and you've got time to line up the shot. The stone trunk explodes. A crimson liquid spreads all over the ground, and a piece of leather sort of flaps up through the air. It has caught fire, and is slowly drifting downwards.
Okay, can I catch it and try and put the fire out?
You grab it, you smack it out, and it is a leather skin. There is a now smudged and singed charcoal sketch of a stern-looking female Duergar on it. The room smells fairly strongly of alcohol now at this point.
You broke the wine?
But why the rum?
Where'd the rum go?
Um,
Up in flames, apparently.
the trophies on the wall, you see a crag cat, a grick, a male drow head, Kutoa, which is a frog person, troglodyte, a wolf, Peridon, and a grimlock. They're just mounted
Excellent.
like in a hunting lodge. They're just mounted on the wall.
Feel bad for the drow. I look and I'm like, is that a famous drow or is that? I wonder why a drow head. I'll give you a history check to see if I.
So you're trying to figure out.
Why the drow?
Oh, as you're looking through the room, a lot of these things would have been hunted from the Underdark, and Duergar famously do not get along with the Drow. So there was.
But why that one? What's
the-
so special about that one? That's what I'm more curious about.
You do not recognize him. If you had to guess, then you'd be guessing that this was a drow that was killed in some form of raid, and this was done as sort of an additional layer of disrespect.
Sounds good.
Should have said mold or organic matter.
This place is very cold and the air is bad. It doesn't seem to be growing mold.
All right, I'm leaving the room.
Oh, I need a quick second.
He ignored the laser pointer. He went down the hallway as soon as he started singing.
Okay, so do we do the same thing?
Go for it.
Yep, wash, rinse, repeat.
Okay, I do the same thing.
Sorry, I'm just typing something to Spencer. There we go. All right. As you enter this room, you listen. You hear loud clanking noises from the other side of the door. They remind you a lot of the sound of the other elevator.
Okay. Okay. I slowly open the door, kind of peek in, and and just be ready with the knife and everything.
Braziers of hot coals stand in the corners of this room, working to offset the cold air that flows through a row of arrow slits on the south wall. Stacked around the room are several training dummies made of wood and sackcloth, as well as 4 freestanding suits of plate armor. A floor-to-ceiling iron cage is in the middle of the room, and it contains an elevator shaft similar to the one you've seen previously. There are chains running up and down in a platform, and as you watch, the platform comes settles on this floor and then goes down. And then after about another minute or so, it comes back up. And then it goes upwards and then comes back down. The
All right,
chains are in constant motion. You can hear the clanking both up and down the elevator shaft.
I'm going to wait for it to get to this on its downward path, and then I'm going to jump on it.
Okay.
Are you going to let us know first, or do we all have to try and catch up?
No. I'm right there, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to get on. I whisper loudly to you all.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing as Heels hops on the elevator as it's ready to do a trip downwards?
Plate mail is pretty expensive.
And heavy.
We have a bag of holding, don't we?
It is maybe a quarter full, but if you're wanting me jumping off the platform and waiting, I can jump off the platform and wait. Tell me now before it moves.
We can always come back for the plate mail.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to jump on the thing and make bad decisions, but that's mostly just because I really want to cast Fireball.
There are opportunities for Fireball coming. Don't you worry. All right. Is anyone not jumping on the elevator platform?
I'm on board.
Okay. Okarist and Dripper, are you guys hopping on?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I will move. All right. It is a tight squeeze for you guys. The elevator descends. And just bear with me here. I'll move you guys. Please scroll. Oh, no. All right. I'll move you there. Don't look, don't look, don't look.
Uh-oh. I'm not looking.
You can't see me.
Okay. Now, 30. All right, so you descend along the elevator. Elevator shaft terminates in a small room. There's a large stone wheel next to the iron cage you ride down in that is constantly turning. West of the wheel is a Durgar encased in a cruel-looking exoskeletal construct. His face is a mask of pain, almost like the armor that he's in is constantly hurting him.
And I jump off. And I'm going to ask him, hey, do you need help?
He turns towards you, raises the arms of his exoskeleton, and I'll take initiative from you guys, please.
I never said I was going to help you. I just asked if you needed help.
All right, now I need my Durgar hammer sheet. Let's pop that out. Hop over here. Okay, and select that, click initiative. Beautiful. Descending. Yep, Dripper would go first. All right, so this construct raises its two arms, and you can see that one of them is fashioned into a crude claw. The other one is this strange-looking hammer. And as it turns towards you, you hear this moan of pain and anger from inside the construct. Dripper.
Hi, Lily. Mom had her.
Man, this is really small. Oh, hold on. I gotta zoom in here. There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so he's standing right in front of Heelzebub. Okay,
Right.
I'm going to go opposite to him,
Okay.
and I guess I'm going to stab in the back.
Beautiful. Take advantage
All
on the
right.
attack.
Okay. Also, booming blade as well. So if he moves, he explodes or whatever. So
Right. That's your bonus action. All right.
no, well, I didn't take advantage, but whatever.
Well, roll another d20.
Almost.
Identical. All right. So this creature sort of takes a lurching step towards heels, and you sink through the maze of its armor. You sink your blade into it, and it takes 24 points of damage. He sort of sags a little bit, looking like that did not go very well for him. Heels, your turn.
I am amazed at just how awful he must feel. And I'm wondering, how can I also make him even worse? So instead of my usual Eldritch Blast, I am going to use Thaumaturgy and heat up the metal around him.
Thaumaturgy. Okay. Generally doesn't do damage. But you reach your hands out, and his armor suit starts vibrating and heating up.
Yes. I just want to torture him a little more. I'm my dad's kid after all.
He does not seem to notice a difference. It looks like the gear that he's wearing is
His pain threshold is max is what you're trying to tell
it
me?
looks like it causes him constant pain. You're seeing barbs and stuff that are dug into his flesh. So the
I
vibrating
can cook him from the inside out.
yeah, the vibrating did make him feel good, but he's not noticing a difference. Syl.
Taking a swing.
Bash! You crack this guy in the forehead, and he collapses to the ground.
Aw, that was too short.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, Syl?
Is he wearing a belt? Is there a pouch?
No, he's mostly naked, and he's just strapped into this machine that is just cruelly gouging at his flesh. Doesn't look like this guy. Looks like he's in this construct unwillingly.
Okay, so no belt pouch. Nope, that's the end of my turn then.
Okay.
Other than I'll step back.
All right. Tia.
Are there any doors here?
Yes, there is a door northwards right there, and there's a large door that opens to the east right next to you.
Why are we still in our order? Is the machine going to keep moving even though I am just going to watch this machine that I don't know anything about, and I'm going to come over here and just wait patiently till everyone else decides what we're doing, but I'm going to hold an action just in case.
All right. Ocarist.
I wanted to set him on fire. I'm going to move to the wall and sort of gently kick it in annoyance and frustration.
Which wall?
That one.
Okay. You kick the wall. It is solid mix of stone and ice. At the end of your turn, the doors to the east here open, and a long bearded Duragar wearing black robes with a tall black mitre on his head, opens the door and steps in and reaches out with a hand towards Silaslee. And let's roll an attack on Silaslee. Silaslee's 18. Swings at you and misses, and then spins around in a circle. 20 hits, right?
Yes.
Spins around in a circle, and empty space behind this creature all of a sudden solidifies against you as you feel this impact of what feels like a bunch of small knives punch into you.
This is magic?
No. This is a physical attack that deals 8 piercing damage. And along your side, you can see like 6 or 7 small puncture wounds. Whatever it was that hit you, you couldn't see.
All right.
Okay. Dripper.
Is this still moving up and down and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
comes down to the level. It stays for about a minute, and then it goes up. And then about 3.5 minutes later, it comes back, and it stays for a minute.
And this is a big gear right here?
Yeah, a big turning wheel that's constantly moving.
Can I shoot through it? Is it like solid metal kind of thing, or is there like holes in it? Or
It's a giant gear with these large chain links that are on the teeth of the gear, and it's constantly spinning. But there are holes in it because the solid gear would be too heavy. So yes,
Okay.
you could shoot through it if you like.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna shoot through it with my short bow.
All right,
At this guy here.
line up a shot.
I should get sneak on that, right? But no advantage.
Yes, you will get sneak because Syl is engaged with him. Beautiful. You shoot an arrow at this guy. The arrow hits, and roll me a perception check, please. The tip of the arrow vanishes, so it's just like the shaft of the arrow is just sticking out of thin air, which is not a thing that usually happens with your arrows. But you see the creature reel. It looks like you have done some damage to it. Your short bow is just a normal short bow, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just make sure. Yeah, beautiful. All right, heals.
Seeing all this weird stuff happening, I get really upset.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
All right. Beam of crackling blue energy. On a hit, it takes D12. And you can use your action to deal an additional D12. Okay. The bolt arcs through the air and is sort of dancing through the air around it. It does not connect with it this round, though.
Interesting. Okay.
What
Do I get to
level-
see the circumference? 3.
Okay, so it's 3d12.
Yeah.
It's targeted on him, so next turn you'll just make a
The 3d12.
on a hit the target takes. So you'll have to hit with Witch Bolt before it starts taking any damage.
Yep.
It has not hit it yet, but the spell is still active.
Yep.
Syl.
He hurt me.
You
I
did.
didn't like that. So I'm going to take a swing.
Okay. All right. You guys notice as he swings his warhammer towards this thing, the surface of it glistens wetly. And that is a normal hammer too, right?
Correct.
All right, so you smash
But you
this
got to
thing.
let me know if it hits or not.
It does hit. Yeah, you smash the creature with your hammer. It reels back a little bit. And roll me a perception check.
Everything's fine.
You're pummeling this dwarf looking thing.
All right, second swing.
All right. Second swing hits. As you're hitting this thing, it is remarkably solid. You're almost hurting your hands from like hitting a concrete wall kind of thing. This is the toughest dwarf you've ever hit. Tia.
All right. I guess I'm going to run up and attack it.
Is your glaive magical?
No.
Okay. All right. Your first slash of the glaive. Roll me a perception check. Okay. As you slash in, it looks like you're going to hit this thing's shoulder, but the blade passes through where the arm is and then stops partway into the body. You did deal some damage. You have a second attack if you'd like.
Yeah.
Your second attack.
So I aim for his head and go over top of it? Or something?
You aim for his head, and your glaive stops in midair, and you're not sure why.
Inside or outside?
Just outside the next to where the head is.
Okay, then I'm going to use my key point to pop out my arms.
Okay.
So he needs to make a dex save.
Okay. Just 2 seconds here. All right, dex save. 21. So it takes half, right? Okay. All right, you pop your astral arms out. It sort of reels back a little bit. And that's your turn unless you're... No, that's your action, bonus action. Okay. Okrist.
Take cover!
Thank you.
I would like to state that this is a very small room.
Okay. Now, to check with you, the radius, so half of the size of this fireball, is 20 feet.
It's
20 feet.
I know.
All right.
I'm aware.
All right.
Heals, Syl, and Tia. and Dripper need to make me a dex save, please.
With a +4.
Within 10 feet.
Because
I did warn everybody.
Yeah.
So I see Dripper's 1-2 squares away from me. I call that 10 feet.
Yep.
So everybody but Ocarist gets the +4.
Okay, so roll an additional d4 when you roll your dex save, please.
No, it's not an additional d4. It is my charisma modifier gets added to their roll.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank goodness. So my 8 turns into a 12.
Yes.
My 11 turns into a 15.
Nice. And Syl, I need yours.
Oh, boo!
Oh, okay. So
I cast counterspell as reaction.
It's okay. I only take half anyways.
all right. Are you actually casting counterspell?
Yes. I see the fireball go overhead, and I'm like, counterspell.
Everybody's failed to save.
Actually,
I turn and I look at Ocarist, and I'm like, no.
That's amazing.
Sort of tilt ever so slightly to the left and go, whoops.
Okay. All right, because only half of you had failed to save. So
No.
no.
I don't have enough heals on me right now.
That's beautiful. The you see the Durgar creature with the big black hat on and black robes flinching back away from the fireball, and then he sort of looks forward and chuckles. And it is the most evil laugh you've ever heard. Roll a history check, please, heals.
No!
There's something familiar about it. All right. And the
Does it have to be history? Can I roll like religion, something? I'll roll it again in a minute.
this was
That's what I'll do.
to deal with a memory you would have. So
Yep.
all right. The creature steps forwards towards Syl and rakes out at him with an arm. And 11 does not hit. And then it spins around again. 25 does hit. And we rolled that damage last time. 14 points of piercing damage. As this time you feel those sort of like dagger-like things hit in front and wrap around your back, almost like some kind of jagged whip has hit you. And again, you're not seeing this thing that's hitting you. The guy's just doing a 360-degree spin. Dripper.
Okay, how big are the holes in the gears?
Like head-sized.
Could I use my movement to dive through it? All right, land on the platform on the other side, so I'm adjacent to the dude.
Okay. So the platform. You guys have been down here for about 4 turns. So you got another 6 before the platform leaves. All right.
Okay. So I'm going to do that.
All right. Roll me an acrobatics check as you're jumping through this moving gear. You do this corkscrew sort of like matrixy kind of move. You jump through the gear. Yep. It's freaking awesome.
Fuck, that was cool.
Yep.
All right, and now I'm here, and I stab at him with my dagger of venom.
All right. Roll me an attack. Beautiful.
That is a magic weapon.
Yes. So
because you've been asking that.
As you get next to this guy, you reach out and you've seen Syl hammering at this thing. Your knife slides in effortlessly. You deal 19 points of damage. The creature sort of screams out, and it sounds like oh, this is barbed. Yeah, okay. No, it doesn't sound like that. Just
Okay.
sounds like this howl of despair.
Okay, bonus action disengage.
Okay.
To the back of the thing.
All right. Heals.
Hearing the sounds of my that trigger something, I'm pissed. So my skin that is got that subtle red glow starts burning, and my I just start to fume sulfur as I summon lesser demons.
No. Okay.
I'm staring at this thing like, you are dead. You don't know who you're fucking with. You're dead.
All right, roll me a d6. For challenge rating half or lower. All right. Type. Fiend.
You've never seen me do this before.
I have not. Really? I know there's more fiends than this. All right, what the heck is that?
Let's find out.
Do you know what you're summoning?
Nope, that's up to the DM.
Okay.
It says the DM chooses the demons. Mains, dretches, that kind of stuff.
This thing is awesome looking. 3 large slug-looking creatures appear. I will drop that in chat.
I can't wait till I can cast like 6th level of this, because then there are twice as many demons.
Yeah. Oh, why is I hate it when they don't have the full...
Oh my god, he's beautiful. And there's 3 of them.
All right.
What happened? Sorry?
I cast 3 of those. I summoned them.
Wow.
All right, so around this creature appear these 3 large, sort of slug-like humanoids. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Can you roll me 3 attacks, please, at +5?
The demons are hostile to all creatures, including you. Roll initiative for the sum. How is this better than Fireball?
You can form a circle on the ground with blood. The circle is large enough to encompass the space. They can't cross the circle. Oh, they're just... Never mind. These things are... What is this spell?
This spell sucks. I'm staying on the friggin' thing. I'm leaving. You guys are all crazy.
We're on the elevator with you.
All right. So you don't...
I'm going back through
So that's what I was hoping for.
Disappears. How long does this spell last for?
Until they had 0 health. But I'd be willing to say if you left 2 on the elevator.
Yep. Okay. All right. So 2 of these creatures, as they appear out of the ground, originally are faced towards this Duergar, and then they turn on Silasly. So the 19 hits, but the 17 doesn't. So
21 was the last one.
Yeah. And the 21 is on.
What's his face?
No.
Fondorn?
Aramanthia. So that's going to hit her.
On Tia?
Yep.
Why are they not on him?
I will answer that question after the fight. Right now, you don't know.
Okay. All right.
And sorry, they're doing a bite attack, which is 1d6 plus 3. So, Syl, you take 8 points of damage. And Aramanthia, you take 5 points of damage. This is a concentration
What's the damage
spell, right?
type?
Yeah. Oh, no, my Witch Bolt was a concentration spell. This, I don't believe is.
It's set a trap and get away before they get here.
It
set
is.
A trap in the distance.
It is a concentration spell.
Yeah.
And the vial of blood came from this dude.
Okay.
So maybe I haven't cast it just yet because I had to take the blood from him and then draw the circle before I can summon him.
I will give you the blood as a free action because there's cool things happening in the background.
All right.
Man, this spell sucks. 60 feet.
You
Oh,
just
so you
need-
could summon them 60 feet away
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah.
Towards something that's coming towards you. Yeah, you can. It's not a bad spell if you use it right.
So your intention would have been to summon them around the creature, right?
Around this dude
did
and
that
have
right?
them
Okay.
attack him first. Yeah, that's correct.
That's awesome. And I'm just going to put them. So they went right after you. So I will give them a 20. And Syl, I need you to please make a Constitution saving throw. With disadvantage, please. So roll me one more time.
What?
Just another d20.
What's going on?
These creatures, if there are more than them around you, they give you a disadvantage on the Constitution save. You have made the save. You're fine. What? How do they do? Oh, on the skin of this creature, you see it's like crawling with like fleas and small little creatures, and it looked like they were headed your direction, but you managed to step away and not get infested. Now it is your turn.
Okay. Quick thinking here. I gotta double check my Nature's Wrath to see if it limits to what it can attach to.
Man, these things are gross, and I've never used them before because their challenge rating is so low. Like, yeah,
You're welcome, Phil.
fun.
These are fiends, right?
Yes.
Yes.
These are lesser to be exact.
I just have to take this phone call. I'm going to mute you guys for a couple of seconds, and I'll be right back.
Yep. All right. What is that?
I present my holy symbol, channel divinity, and I turn the faithless. Presenting my holy symbol, each fey or fiend within 30 feet that can hear me must make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15. Failing, they are turned for 1 minute or until they take damage.
And so they have to run away in fear, right?
Move away from you.
They're turned.
Yeah, second paragraph.
-2. Turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away as it can. It can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. Can't take reactions. For actions, it can use the dash action only. All right, so these three are going to roll. And you said it was
This would also include him. So his true, if he's shapeshifted or an illusion, then it would also affect this dude as well.
all right, so 2 of the creatures are feared. 1 of them is not. And this guy, the Durgar, you see the energy wash over the Durgar, and there's a flicker of motion, but it rolled a 21 on its save. That's your action, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Save my bonus action. I don't want to use it yet.
You know, I'm going to give you the Durgar. The facade of the Durgar fades, and in its place is this creature that is entirely covered in quills. Just this
A giant hedgehog?
But like evil looking.
Okay, cool.
Let's get a picture for you guys. There you go. One of those. And it's got that tail thing it's been whipping you with.
Oh, it's a quill fiend.
Barbed devil, yeah.
Where did you share that?
It's in the D&D channel.
In the D&D channel.
I see those when I play Idle Champions.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's in the D&D channel. I see them both. The big fat dudes that I summoned, and then the quill fiends of the other one.
All right, Tia. There are. I need you to make a con save, please. Yep, that saves. You're only next to 1, so you don't have to make it a disadvantage. The creatures sort of skitter towards you. Your astral self turns towards them and roars, and they skitter away. What would you like to do?
I almost wish I'd waited for my arms for now, but oh well. I'm going to. I'm going to hit this guy, I guess.
Okay, with your glaive. I don't believe they have. They have resistance to non-magical attacks. All right, you slash into the creature, and it is looking wounded.
Okay, I'm going to hit him again.
All right. I'm just going to delete him because he ceases to exist at 0 hit points.
Okay, I'm going to be back on this guy with my arms, and I'm going to spend a key point to hit him twice.
Beautiful. Both of those fists come from over top of your shoulders, smash into this thing, and you can see chunks of quills break off. Its scales start to rip away. Your astral arms count as magical, and they have done quite a bit of damage. Ocarist.
She appears to be still on the phone.
Ocarist casts Fireball again. This time you can't counterspell it.
This time everyone's okay with it.
Because there's demons. All right, I will pull up Ocarist's sheet and pick a thing for her.
I'll just stab it. Sorry, I've got stuff.
Yep. Just you can get next to it and stab it. So Ocarist runs over here.
Wait, hopefully it's not the one of the 2 that are feared.
No, the 2 that are feared are standing on the elevator.
Okay.
And nice. Mistfang is a magical weapon, so it takes full damage. And all right, so it's been stabbed and punched, and it is. Syl was pretty threatening with it. All right, it's going to take a swing at Syl and a tail whip at Tia. So, claw at Syl. A 16 doesn't hit. Tia, an 11 doesn't hit. So it rakes its claws out towards Syl. You just catch it on your shield, knock the hand aside, and then it whips around with its tail. And Syl, for the first time, you're seeing what this thing is that's been puncturing you. And Tia just sort of nimbly monks her way out of the way. Dripper.
Well, I got two big fat demons in front of me, so I'm going to stab one of them.
With disadvantage, please.
This guy. Constitution with disadvantage. I think I fail.
All right. All these little vermin off of this thing sort of swarm towards you, and you take 2 points of damage as they sort of bite and sting you. But it is your turn.
Okay. All right. I'm going to attack this one here. Now, do I get to attack this one here with advantage?
This
like
one,
if I move here?
No.
Right? Because this is a hostile to him, though.
It doesn't seem to be.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll stick on this guy and I'll attack with advantage on that guy.
So you would have sneak on the other guy, you would have advantage.
Are there are demons? Where did the demons come from? How did I miss that?
I summoned lesser demons.
She counterspelled your fireball and then effed the party over just as bad.
Oh, fantastic!
It was awesome.
It wasn't intentional, and they initially started to do what I wanted until you threw a wrench in it.
Hey, Jack, what does that bag of beans do? I don't know. Let's throw it on the ground.
Wait, who threw a wrench in it? Did I throw a wrench in it?
Phil did.
Oh, Phil threw a wrench. Bad Phil. Sorry, I just
Goddamn.
I threw a wrench in it by reading the spell description.
Sorry, it's just I helped Kara move yesterday, and one of the other people who was there helping her move just tested positive for COVID.
Oh,
so
I'll wash my headset when we're done.
You're funny. I didn't get anywhere near her the whole time. It's just, trying to figure out.
So, Dripper, you basically cut this thing in half, and its gross intestines sort of spill out, the vermin sort of scattering, and then they just sort of fade into a puddle of black ichor and vanish. Heals.
Well, still steaming, I notice through my anger. Oh, wait. Syl's looking kind of frumpy. So I'm going to perk him up.
And I will remind you that with a concentration spell, you can drop that as a free action if you want.
Yeah, because I think... Yeah, I'm going to give him 3.
Okay.
So you get 12.
All right. Are you getting rid of the demon, or is it staying?
Oh, it's staying.
Okay.
I'm too angry right now. I'm so like my father's kid. I'm having a temper tantrum.
And you're yelling at it to do what you want it to do?
Yes, and in Undercommon and Infernal and Abyssal, every language known to man. I'm just cussing this thing.
Okay. So that's a bonus action for you to give out heals.
The heals. And I've got these guys. They are concentration for 1 hour. Yep. I read the spell. I think I can still cast Eldritch, though.
I like you summoned it, and it says they don't fight other demons, and this guy's been a demon secretly the whole time. I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, who's been a demon secretly the whole time?
This guy. If you look in the DD
and he's a
chat,
higher demon.
He's a barbed devil.
Yeah. So I'm going to blast this because these guys are not concentration. I can still do this. Wrong. I want...
The demons aren't concentration?
Demons are concentration. Eldritch
Blast is not.
Blast
Yeah.
is not. And that's on the other demon.
The barbed one.
Yeah, the barbed demon.
Beautiful. All right. You get both fingers in on the no, and these beams of energy tear across the room, and the just rip into this thing. It's starting to look really hurt.
That's good. And I laugh when I do it too.
Yeah. You're not sure what it looked like originally, so you're not sure how close to dead it is, but it isn't looking healthy. Syl.
And I think it's funny.
Con save, please. Syl.
Con save.
Sorry, is the gross giant pink thing what Carissa summoned?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I summoned.
Summoned 3 of them.
Yeah.
Con save
but
is
then
successful.
Spencer turned them.
One of the parts of my attack action, I would like to grapple the barbed spiny dude.
Okay. 2 seconds. On its turn, it would have run away from you, which would have given you an opportunity attack. So feel free to attack the
purple eyes that walked away.
Yeah. Nope, it's running away. It looks half dead. Okay, and you're gonna grapple the spiky monster?
Grapple the spiky monster.
All right. Roll me a athletics check, and it will roll opposed.
That's a poor roll.
It's not crazy strong. It does not expect you to come in for a grapple. You grab it. It's not a comfortable thing, but it is grappled. It cannot move.
All right, so the second part of my attack action.
Yep.
Shove it to knock it prone.
Okay.
Choke slamming this thing.
Yeah, we'll just make that a opposed athletics again. Bang! You pile drive this thing into the ground. Are you still holding it so that it's grappled, or did you let go when you knocked it prone?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not letting go, because this dude's getting no more chances to spin around and spit daggers or darts or whatever natural weapon it's got. It's no more spin. It's pinned.
Dig it. All right, Tia. The demon is on the ground. You have advantage on any attacks against it because it is prone. All right, you slash into it. You can see your glaive. Its skin sort of resists the impact of the glaive. It doesn't take quite as much damage as you were hoping.
Oh yeah, I forgot about.
Okay, and then you have bonus actions if you'd like. Boom! Another 7 points of damage. It is looking like it's on its last legs.
I'm gonna spend a key point.
All right. Okay. Describe your final blow as Syl is like wrestle pose holding this thing, and you just start wailing on it.
These big dragon arms are from over my shoulders just come down, and like just trusting that Syl knows what she's doing. I'm just gonna stay where, like, hit him just beside Syl's head, like.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 1,800.
Everybody can feel free to flash back to that scene where Mal stabs the guy on the ground, leaving him bloodied and wounded, but not dead.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just an okay guy.
All right, so that was Tia's turn. Okarist, there is a big flabby demon standing next to Dripper on the elevator, trying to climb the wall.
Catherine.
Sorry. Okay. Demon. Obviously fire, not a good idea. Sorry, Mike. I'm having computer fun.
Okay.
I will shoot the flabby, gross guy with my crossbow.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Nope, your bolt shatters against the wall.
Obviously, still a little drunk from my failed fireball.
Dripper.
I guess I'm just going to stab it. It's right here.
Yep. Okay.
Sure. Yeah. Normal.
Yep. No sneak.
No
'cause
sneak
there's
attack.
Nothing close. As it's trying to climb the wall, you just sort of walk up behind it, sink your blade into the back of its head, and just drag downwards, and it is dead.
As I kind of give a look to Heelsabub, I dispatch the creature.
And
all you see is steaming, mad, angry tiefling.
Sulfur just rising in waves off of his shoulders.
And as you see me do this, I bend down with another vial and I scoop up more blood. I got 24 hours with this vial.
Yep. 420 experience for the fight. Syl, the thing that you notice as this thing collapses next to you on the ground is that its big black hat that it was wearing is still there. None of the rest of its accoutrements were there, but it was basically this naked, spiny, nasty creature. But there's a big, tall black hat.
Oh, I'll pick up the hat.
Okay. The hat does not appear to have been damaged in the fight.
Gotta figure out what it does first before I put it on.
Does someone have identify?
I do, but I need 10 minutes. Am I being asked to?
If we've got 10 minutes, I gotta look it over. Poke and prod. Is there a hidden coin in the brim of the cap, perhaps?
There is not a hidden coin in the brim of the hat. Just bear with me for 2 seconds as I look this item up.
I'm gonna just sit there going humana, and you notice as I'm doing this, there's lesser and lesser sulfur filling the air.
Yeah. Okay. You're not able to determine much about this hat, other than that there are sort of ruins covering the inside of the black hat. It's definitely magical of some description. Syl was unable to identify it by poking and prodding at it.
Gotcha.
Syl, if you hand it to Heels after 10 minutes, this is a hat of disguise. It requires attunement and lets you cast the Disguise Self spell at will.
Has Dripper ridden the elevator up and down a whole bunch in the last 10 minutes?
No. I got off. I got off the elevator.
Yeah.
Thank you for qualifying that, because
Yes, I decided to finish that off with. Okay, I'll stop.
It sounds useful. Can I wear the hat without attuning to it yet?
Yeah, but you won't be able to use the ability until you attune.
That's fine. I don't want to spend the hour right now.
Okay.
But you just want to wear the hat.
I'll wear the hat for now.
Okay.
So we'll know where it is.
Yeah. Big, tall, black hat, sort of like the English guards, that kind of thing. But once you attune to it, it can look like whatever you want. All right, let me clear that. All right, so the door that the creature came through is open, and in that room, you see a stack of granite tables. Tables, not tables, tablets.
Well, might as well go in and check them out.
Okay.
Is this the eastern doors or the northern doors?
Eastern.
Okay.
Heels. As you step into the room, you recognize the runes inscribed on these tablets. This is infernal.
Hey, guess what this language is? And I can speak it without having to cast anything.
The tablets are kind of like a diary of this creature that you just killed, and it's gloating about how it has tricked Zardoc into thinking that it is his head priest in this religion of Deep Duera that he's been following. He's had these visions from Deep Duera telling him to do things, and he's just laughing uproariously because he's actually an agent of Asmodeus who is impersonating Deep Duera and getting these guys to do stuff just because it makes him laugh.
That's why the laugh would be familiar. Oh my god.
You may have even met this guy one time.
Oh my god. So I relate this, and now I just sit down for a moment and say, Heels, you need to look like this dude. Because if this is our inn, we can, if you bring us to the dude looking like the other dude, that's our inn.
So you guys could achieve that if you were to sit for an hour and attune.
What do you think? Or we could just be murder hobos and just kill everything.
I like murder hobos. What are you talking?
I'd like to set something on fire and have it actually work. Just saying.
Well, why don't you go first next time and we'll all stand behind you?
That sounds like a good plan.
All right, so in the room that you're currently in, there are doors that open to the north. Beautiful. Lay on hands is good. You see Syl place a hand on herself and some of the wounds close. Herself?
Right. Hang on. Yeah, I'm on this. I got this. There you go, Syl. There's another 7.
Sweet. About 80%. Feeling pretty fresh.
All right. So which way would you guys like to go? There are 2 northern doors out of the rooms that you're in. One out of the elevator room and one out of this tablet room that's just we're smarter than these guys. We're tricking them.
Well, most of us are in this room. Why don't we head north from here?
All right.
Assuming up is north.
Yep.
If you're not wanting, I have a different idea. Syl, if you're not wanting to spend the hour with the hat, anytime we come near other people, I could use minor illusion to make you look like the dude with the hat. Or anybody for that matter. Thoughts?
Let me look up the spell. You
I like what you're thinking.
Sound or image of an object within range. Within 30 feet. Image, such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest. It can't be larger than a 5-foot cube. Can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect. Things can pass through it. I don't think the illusion can move. It must be static with minor illusion.
Okay, well, that was a thought. It looks
Good.
like you're still going to need to spend the hour with the hat.
Good thought. You make a Duragar wearing the black hat appear, and it just sort of stands there, stiff as a board, light as a feather. As you guys open the door to the north, you see standing in the middle of the room, facing a double door to the north of the new room that you're stepping into, is a 7-foot tall statue that appears of what appears to be a feminine shape, wearing scale mail. The top of its head, above where the eyes are, has been carved flat, and there is a lantern on top that is flickering with fire. And chained to the front of this statue's pedestal is an emaciated, malformed creature with rubbery, purplish gray flesh, bulbous head with a metal plate bolted onto it, and sinister-looking eyes. And you can see where there would be appendages coming out of this thing's face are just they've just been cut off and cauterized.
Have I ever seen this before?
Did you spend much time in the Underdark?
Yeah, fair amount.
All right, roll me a
History?
history check. Yeah. This is the most mangled mind flayer you have ever seen.
I pass that on to everybody. Hey,
And it is
I've seen these, but they look better.
Yeah. It is chained to this statue. And as you enter the room, it's sort of, as much as it's able to, given that it's chained, it sort of shrinks away from you. There's something about the statue that looks vaguely familiar to you guys.
Can I use Divine Sense as I walk around the room to sense out any celestial or fiend or undead?
Mm-hmm. Celestial, fiend, or undead. You do not sense any celestials, fiends, or undead other than the fading presence of the fiend that you had killed in the previous room.
Okay. Thank you.
What else are you guys doing as you're in this room?
You said the Lithid's got no appendages? He's like Bob?
It's got arms and legs, but it's tentacles on its face that it would use to grab somebody as it devoured its brain. Those have been cut off and cauterized.
Like, I speak to it in undercommon. Hey, dude, what happened to you? Who did this to you?
It replies in your mind that its name is Fioral, and Clondorn, the Duragar priest, has been torturing it, and that it is chained to this statue as a sacrifice to Deep Duera.
I let him know that we just killed Clondorn, and he doesn't have to worry about him anymore. As a sacrifice to Deep Duera? No. I don't know. I talked to the group. What do you want to do with him? Poor thing's been chained here to the statue as a sacrifice, yada, yada, yada.
Mind flayers are usually bad news.
But he can't really do much without his tentacles. He's really in bad shape.
That is true.
Yeah, but if he can speak to you with his mind, then he's he still has his psychic ability, right?
Well, you can speak to me in your mind, and I don't think you're bad.
Mm-hmm. The Fioral also tells you that the Clondorn had done some surgery on it, and that it is a shadow of its former self. Most of its powers have been stripped from it.
I also pass that on.
So you're suggesting we free it?
I ask it, what do you want to do? And what would you do if you were freed?
It says that at this point, death would be a relief. Given how damaged it is, it can never rejoin a colony. It'll be an outcast, unable to defend itself for the rest of its life.
All right. Fire?
Wait, how was Furals communicating this? Is it telepathic or
telepathically? Yeah. So you guys can all hear it in your head.
I'm like, hey, do you want to die by fire? Because I know somebody who can help with that.
If you want to be released, do you have any final words? Anything you'd like to share?
The Fioral tells you there's something strange about the eastern side of this room.
Good to know. Thank you for letting us know about the eastern side. We'll treat that with care.
And as you guys are taking a breath and recovering from your fight with Clondorn, you do hear the really loud clanking of chains from behind you, but through the large double doors, you hear what sounds like heavy industry happening. Random clanking, hammering. And he tells you that the other two not double doors that lead out of this room are storage rooms.
Cool. What about to the north? Do you know anything about that door?
That is the that is sort of the heart of the fortress where they do most of their work. I haven't seen much of it because I've been tied here.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. We shall release you from life. Oakrist?
Definite kablooey.
Let's go.
Step back.
Let's go peacefully here. Let's use a sharp object, a knife or a hand axe, and
Stab him in the temple.
Yeah, I don't think anything really wants to burn to death.
Let's make this smooth and painless.
Feels like fire.
All right. You slide a dagger into the creature. It slumps to the ground dead. It was so mangled that it's not really worth any experience. What do you guys...
What is our experience total right now? Can somebody share that?
I've got 14,630 on my sheet.
Same.
Okay.
I need. Sorry. I need about 2 minutes to feed this fluff monster because she's starting to chew on all of my electronics. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Electrocuted pussycat.
All right. So while she's gone, the two storage rooms he told you about, the Northeastern Room. So this one, when you have a look in it, it contains piles of weapons, 6 war picks, 9 warhammers, 12 javelins, 10 heavy crossbows, and a nicked great axe. So the great axe has a couple of notches in the blade. It's not in the best shape, but it is still a great axe.
Anybody interested?
The other room contains heaps of cold weather clothing and 12 pairs of snowshoes.
I think we should take the cold weather stuff. We can bring that back to town. That's more useful.
They
to
might
sell.
appreciate the snowshoes as well.
Exactly.
While we're waiting, should we go and get that armor? Those armor? Because it's just up the elevator, right?
Yeah, okay. That sounds good.
Is that all right, Phil?
Who all is going up?
I will.
But let's not split the party.
Feels like, oh, please.
All right, so everybody goes up. You know what? I'm just going to pull out additional copies of you guys. So scroll back up and no, I want this one. This one? This one.
I see us.
Well, if this is something's going to happen, should we do this now or should we stay where we are?
Nah, we're here now. We might as well.
All right. So as you guys wait for the elevator, and then you ride it back up to this room and step off. And who's doing what?
I've got the bag of holding, so I go over to the first plate mail. How heavy are they? I'm asking, feeling around to try and guesstimate how heavy.
Okay. As you reach out and touch the first set of plate mail, it sort of shifts away from you, like it weighs next to nothing. And am I on the right layer?
I should have used identify magic first. I say that to the crowd, to the party.
Daisy.
According to the player's handbook, plate would weigh 65 pounds
Excellent.
per suit.
Yes, please. Okay, and then we'll go back to that layer. All right, as you reach out and touch it, all 4 suits animate, and I'll take initiative rolls, please.
Sorry, what animates?
We
You
went
guys-
back up the elevator.
To the plate mail. Yeah, okay.
Thinking it would be a good idea.
Yeah, and this will probably be it because we're approaching 5 o'clock. So we'll do this fight, and then we'll probably call it until next time. Does 2 weeks work for everybody?
Yep, probably.
I think so.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, that actually would work great for me because then that puts this and Bible study on alternating weeks. So I'm only doing one at a time.
All right. So all of a sudden, the suits of armor sort of lift up off the ground and then fall into fighting stances. Dripper, the suits of armor are moving on their own. What would you like to do? Oh, roll.
That's
initiative.
just a heads up that is the Thanksgiving long weekend.
Yeah, that probably doesn't work for me then. If it is the Thanksgiving one, I don't see any suits of armor on my page. Or we just
Scroll back up. There's 4.
I duped you guys so that you could be back in the room without me having to drag you all the way. So
There's a duplicate of us. We're about middle of the entire map.
yeah, scroll north.
Okay, all right. I'm going to disengage
Mhm.
and move here and stab at this one.
All right, beautiful with advantage. And I think because T is there, you would have sneak damage on it.
Oh, yeah. So I zoomed out and it made everything really small, and then I didn't even see that. So I'm just going to roll my sneak attack damage.
Yep.
There you go. There you go.
All right, as you carve through, you see that where you've struck with your knife, you've chopped into some of the ruins that are keeping this thing magically active. It sort of dips a little bit, but it is still moving. Oakrist.
Do you even have to ask? Everybody get behind me. I've moved myself forward, so I should be able to get at least 2 of the 3 suits of armor without setting any of my team members on fire. So
Okay, so you're dropping it like in this corner of the room.
In which corner of the room?
Over here?
Yes.
Okay. I will give you that.
So here we go.
corner of the
Burninating.
room, there's a large explosion. It shakes, and they need to roll dex saves, right?
Yes.
One saves, one does not.
Sweet.
The one that doesn't save collapses to the ground, and like the armor is just absolutely ruined by the pressure. It's just tiny little bits. The other one only takes half damage. And that is Okarist's turn. Good work. You killed one of them.
Burninated all the people and their thatched roofed cottages.
Yep. Okay. Is there someone there? Oh, that's okay. So the animated armor is going to step up. This one has been attacked really only by Dripper, so it's going to take a swing. 2 melee attacks against Dripper. They are at disadvantage. Both of them are 9s, so they do not hit. 2 melee attacks against Okarist. They are at advantage because you are surrounded. It's a 22 and a 21. I believe both hit.
Yes.
Okarist, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as these suits of armor just punch you. And
I mean, fair. I just melted one of their bros.
yeah. And this other suit of armor is going to attack Silasly. That's an 18 and a 14. I believe the 18 hits.
Confirm.
And Sil, you take 8 points of damage. And heals. It is your turn.
Checking around me, noticing that I'm in the middle of 2, I'm just going to take 1 step back because I'm still within the 5 feet, but not a punching bag anymore. And I am going to attack this one.
Okay.
With... I'll see what an Eldritch Blast does to it.
That would be disadvantage on the Eldritch Blast. But you don't need to roll that first one again.
Okay.
Wow, the second one hits. 9 points of damage. All right, you blast this armor. It sort of rattles and leans back in towards you with its fists in the air. Silasly.
Ba-da-ba-ba. Taking a crack at the animated armor next to me.
Beautiful. Man, when you guys walked by this and did nothing, I was like, what? All right, first attack misses. Because these are suits of plate mail, so they have pretty high AC. Second attack, you leave large dents in this thing. It's just barely standing anymore. Anything else you want to do?
No, saving that last slot. I gotta have that oh shit button.
Yep. All right, Tia.
Are my arms still out because it hasn't been 10 minutes?
Yeah, you guys basically just came right up here, so yeah, your arms are still out.
All right. I'm going to attack this one. You know what? I'm going to step between these two because I don't expect them to stay up very long.
Okay. And you're attacking the north one?
Yeah. At advantage.
First glaive hits. It looks like it is on its last legs. Second hit takes it down.
Okay, and then I'll turn around and use my arms on the other guy, which would be normal and not an advantage. And I'll spend a key point.
Okay, you slam your first giant fist into it. The second one, as you swing, it's still reeling from the first blow, and it just barely gets out of the way. All right, there's 2 of them left.
I have inspiration from you that I never remember to use. Can I use it
Sure.
on this?
Roll me a new d20. Beautiful.
And then I won't have to worry about and feel bad whenever I see it and have forgotten to use it.
All right, so that does, your second attack does hit. Both of these suits of armor look like they are almost completely destroyed, but they're still floating. Dripper. There's one there, and there's one there.
I'm gonna run over here, move here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna hit this one.
Beautiful. All right.
Nice.
Yep, that hits. You knock the suit of armor down. Oakrist.
Yes. Okay, I'm not gonna set any more things on fire.
Okay.
Where? Sorry, my screen is all jumbly. Is there just the one guy here?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna stab him.
All right. All right. This last piece of armor is standing before you with its fists up like a boxer. Describe how you take it apart with a rapier.
Well, there's like the stereotypical little swing as I pull it free. And then while my sword is above my head, I reverse my grip and slash right at the base of the helmet, knocking it clear off.
And the rest of the armor just sort of collapses on the ground. It doesn't look like, after you guys finished pummeling this stuff, that it's salvageable.
So much for that idea, guys.
That was 160 experience.
Couldn't we theoretically take the melted metal and use it to make something else?
If you had a forge.
Isn't there one in the building here?
There might be, yeah.
Why would we carry it around until we don't know? I say we leave it. We know where it is. That's just my thought. But what do you guys think?
I agree. There's no point to carrying it. It's just metal. Scrap now too, right?
Yeah, it's not super useful anymore. All right, and that's where we're going to call it. I'm going to stop the recording.